Frito-Lay vendor would bring in our Doritos and our Lay's potato chips, and Lay's also does weird fucking flavors too,
like cum flavored salt. That's salt and vinegar,
right? They had when I was working at Walmart. I remember our Frito-Lay vendor was all pissed because he's like, "Yeah, these weird our funny flavored Lay's aren't selling as well. Are you guys not putting them up in a good sales spot?" I'm like, "You have cappuccino flavored potato chips." Me not putting them in the right place is not the reason they're not selling.
That was really good ketchup potato chips.
They're very good.
Ketchup
Those are great, actually.
Yeah. When I tried those, and my wife did a when it was like international like snack things on Facebook, and then somebody sent her those, and she sent some person some bunch of stuff here they were from Canada, I think.
Yeah,
and it was like I was like, what the fuck?
I've had some of the British, the like all dressed chips or whatever that have like everything on them. It is an acquired taste because it mostly just tastes like vinegar. They put salt, vinegar, the barbecue dust, the sour cream and onion dust. They put all of it on the chips at once.
The only thing, whenever somebody says the word vinegar, all I hear is the last part.
Last two syllables. Yep, that's my favorite part.
I now you're just doing it on fucking purpose.
I never wasn't doing it on purpose.
Like I can count on one hand the number of times I've had good sex, and most of those times were with that one hand.
I used heroin for 2 years early on in my adulthood. I only abused it for 1 year though. First year was awesome.
I have a dream catcher hanging above my bed. It's just a picture of my future children. Because once you have kids, your dreams don't matter anymore.
No matter what, it was always on.
Oh,
purpose.
this hits hard.
What is it?
Oh yeah.
Show it to the camera.
Those are like the OG reporters.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody's in the
Chris Mortensen. He is in.
Oh no, I'm not familiar with him.
One of the best sports reporters of all time,
and well, especially inside NFL reporters too.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
He was like the OG of NFL inside reporting.
Huh.
And
he was Schefter when it was on the newspaper and not on Twitter.
Oh, okay. All right. Wild. Yeah, I didn't know they said he passed away.
He battled it for a while, didn't he?
2016 is when he was diagnosed with like stage 4 throat cancer. So
and he made it this
he beat
long
it for a while.
That's impressive.
I don't even know if that's. Did they confirm that that's what took him out?
I have no idea.
I don't.
Because it might have just been because by then your body. He was 70+ years old, fighting cancer for almost a decade.
What's his name again?
I'm sure Chris Mortensen.
Chris Mortensen.
It was really sad when what's his face died. That was the worst.
Stu.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Chris Mortensen.
One of the worst things about Stu is when like Susie Colbert like had to like report on it.
It just says survived the 8 years past the diagnosis. Died on March 3rd, 2024, at the age of 72. It's really not that old. I'm assuming
he just died yesterday.
Yeah, I'm assuming it was. They probably haven't. If they have an official cause of death that's different, they probably won't release that.
I mean, you can definitely tell the cancer took a lot out of him because he lost a lot of weight.
Oh,
yeah, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's just from.
So when Peyton Manning retired, he literally called Chris Mortensen to like give him the inside scoop and let him be the one to like announce it.
No kidding.
From a reporting standpoint, lots of guys did that. I'm pretty sure Larry Fitzgerald did that as well.
Really?
Yeah, just because they all liked it. Like,
is he the kind of guy who like I probably know his name but not his face, or not his name, his voice but not his face and his name?
No, he never really like called sports.
Okay.
So you probably wouldn't recognize him by his voice.
I would say because I'm one of those guys like I don't know the names of a lot of sports commentators, but I know their voices.
If you knew if you knew anything about football, not anything, but if you were like into football, like semi into football, you would know who he is. Type thing. Does that make any sense?
It does. Yeah.
I'm watching some spring training baseball. The Reds are up 8.
Put up 10 in the first inning.
No, they didn't.
Maybe I was thinking
it just now.
I just saw it.
No, it's like I think it's like 15-8 right now.
I thought it was all the first inning.
The A's put up 4 against Andrew Abbott in the first inning. And they just put up, I think, 10 runs now this inning. It's a spring baseball. You don't put any stock in spring training baseball.
Well, no, why would you? It's practice. Practice, Jamie. It's practice.
I can't believe you get to go to opening day, dude.
Are you going?
Those tickets cost a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm sure they did, but cool.
Standing room only is only like $69. Nice. But
who all's going?
Me and my wife. I can't. We're not going to do standing room because she won't stand that long.
Yeah. Are you taking the boy?
No.
Not for that.
Well, I mean, game's at 4:10.
Oh.
So
it's a night game-ish.
By the time it'd be night game and we'd drive and just opening day. I mean, I'm going to take him opening day eventually, but not this young.
Not this young. Gotcha.
If I lived down there, yes.
Yeah,
that
that's
sense?
fair. That's fair.
So, yeah, it was like $400 for 2 tickets.
Ooh.
100 of it was service charge fees.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm
surprised it was that low. Honestly, I don't know. I'm about to be Ticketmaster and Live Nation are about to get all my money. I'm about to buy so many fucking concert tickets for this year.
Yeah.
Priest, Death Clock, Camelot twice, Dragon Force. Fuck yeah.
That's all this summer?
That's all going to be within the span of like a month of each other.
Oh Jesus!
Nice.
Well,
You moved into your mom's.
I'm trying to burn vacation time,
Oh,
and I've
fair.
got the money to burn now, and they're honestly not that expensive. Most of the tickets, anyway. Most of them are under $50.
So you guys want to hear money to burn? I told you this story yesterday.
Oh God.
So remember when you bet on sports, double check how much you put in.
Double check how many zeros you're typing.
What did you do?
So I turned $10 into 3,300, like literally just betting money lines and overs and unders. That's what I've been doing.
Really?
Yeah, they say and I hit a parlay every now and then, but those are just for fun. But literally, that's all I've been doing. So I watched some dude. I listened to some guy that said like, yeah, parlays are cool if you're trying to make a ton of money off, and when you have no money, very little money, make a ton of money, but they rarely hit. He's like, just do like single bets, and that's why I listened to his advice, and I was hitting. This is why you should never also gamble at work, because I was helping a customer out. And I was like, I put $300 on this game. So I thought I put $300 on the game. And I look back and like it says my confirmed cash out was like $600 some dollars. I was like, that's weird. Huh. Okay, that doesn't make any sense, but I don't think of it. I'm still helping.
You should have cashed that out.
Well, I was like, it was weird, but I was like, this got to be a fluke or something. Like I thought it was like an error, because I've seen it like I've watched MGM bet long enough to be like I've seen it like air for like a split second to where it's like, you have 1,000. Like you have, it goes back to your normal bet. I'm like, okay.
Cool.
Well, I didn't think anything of it. Well, then like game's over with. I look at my account. I'm like, why is my account only down to $300? Like I lost the bet. I was like, fine, I lost 300. So it should be like around $3,000. I was like, my account only has $300 in it. What the fuck did I do? And then I realized I hit an extra zero when I made the bet. I was like,
Yeah, put
excuse me,
$3,000.
I have to go to lunch.
It was a safe bet too. Like it should have hit.
Yeah, it was a safe bet. I bet under that 2 college basketball teams wouldn't score 180 points. So that's a lot for a college basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a massive amount for
Typical
it
college
is.
score is like 70 something to 60 something.
Yeah.
That's what you see.
And they scored like 200 between, almost 200.
Holy
I
shit.
was just like,
Those are NBA Finals game 6 numbers. Like, holy shit.
but anyways, that's what I learned. Don't bet at work. And
And
because
go
I would have
slow.
paid more. I would have paid more attention, honestly.
Yeah, pace yourself.
But if that would have hit, like that would have been the greatest mistake you've ever made.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because that would have alone gotten you like literally off of an easy bet. What, like $600 like profit?
It's 500.
Yeah, dude. That's how. If you want to make money gambling, and everybody should know this before they gamble, you have to just have a lot of money that you're literally willing to just like
Lose.
lose. Now, if you do that and you play safe, if you have $500, you're like, I don't need this $500. I'm just gonna put it on this, fucking Reds opening day
Like
minus 150,
But
whatever.
also, if you have $500 to blow, I could use it.
well, here, let's do the math.
Okay.
Because
Go right ahead. Math's not my thing.
there's a sports betting auto calculator, which I like to do.
2 hours later.
There it is. All right, I'm pulling it up.
When I get my tax refund, I'm gonna start betting.
So let's say if you bet $500, right?
I hope I get mine soon. I just sent it off like last week.
And the odds are
2-3 weeks.
minus 250, which means you have a 71% chance of winning.
Okay. It's not bad.
You'll win $200.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd gladly take a 71% chance at winning.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be $250?
No. I mean, there's the odds right there.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought minus. Well, I guess sometimes I still get confused about it. The minus or plus depend. They're saying that is based off of a $100 bet,
yeah,
right? So if you put $100 on something that's minus 250. Well, yeah, that makes sense because you're betting $500, not $100.
Yeah.
So
$25.
So what I've done is like I'll take that bet. Like I'm like, okay, cool. Like I turned 10 into 3,300, and I was like, okay, like that's what I was doing. I was like, bet 300, 500, whatever, da da da. Like if I lose, I lose, but if I win, like I make quite a bit. So I've also calculated if you take $10 and win 12 bets in a row, and it's at negative 250 each bet, you will have over $1,000. You have to win 12 in a row.
Right. Because the more money that you're investing in that bet, the more it's going to.
But 70%, 71% chance of winnings, that's really good.
Yeah.
That's what I actually did. I took the $10 and I won like 10 in a row.
Oh.
I was also researching. Don't get me wrong. Because it's like negative 250 doesn't necessarily mean shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You see if somebody gets hurt before the game or whatever. That's what I did.
Sometimes things trend in a certain direction. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just literally betting over unders or money lines. That's all I was doing.
Right.
The games I would lose were like, I lost most of my parlays. But parlays were for fun, and I lost a lot of not a lot. I didn't do that many just player props bets, but I lost a lot of those too. Like on every single time, I haven't won a player prop bet in a while, but just literally over under and money lines. That's all I've been doing because it's really.
Dude, I love those money lines. Dude, here's the thing: if you, especially in even sports like tennis and in some like non-divisional college basketball games that are super lopsided, like minus 2,500.
Yeah.
Somebody who's got $10,000 that can just put $10,000 on a bet that's minus 2,500. Like, there's no fucking way that person is going to lose that bet. Like,
it's feasible. It's
very, very unlikely.
You got less than 1%.
What's the percentage on that? Yeah.
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 It's just one of those things. It's just like.
That's why these super high guys like Dave Portnoy and Big Cat, like, they put like $1 million down on a bet.
Well, that's how
easy to win.
That's how what's his name got so high in Jeopardy.
Ken,
not other one, Holtzauer. He's like a professional Vegas gambler or something like that, and would just always go high, go all in on the daily doubles. Would always start at the highest categories, the highest numbers in the category, because he was like, statistically, if I start low, I'm going to get less money. It's like I can get more money all at once and then have more to bet. And so that's how he got like the record high of like most money won in a game, because he just goes all in. He's like a professional gambler.
Well, what I'll do now too is like I'll watch, especially if basketball, I'll watch until the fourth quarter. Like I won't bet until some games until the fourth quarter. To where there's like, because then you kind of know the flow of the game.
You can gauge if like the other team's
they'll
really
let you do
tired,
that.
or if their big man
you
is
can bet
fouled
over
out.
under.
Like,
You can bet like especially over unders. You can bet up until like 5 minutes left in the game. You can bet how many points you think is going to be scored.
yeah.
Oh, I figured once the game started, you were locked in.
Nope.
So I'll wait. Like I'll wait until then. I'm like, okay, like this is what I'll specifically on over unders, because I want to see what the flow of the game is. And like especially if one team's completely destroying another team. Most likely it's going to be like you choose a high under pick and it's not going to hit because, I mean, it's not going to go over that because of the fact that one team is getting completely blown out. And like it just, like I was betting on women's European basketball because I was like, I know nothing about it, but I know math and fucking stats to where I'm like, this makes sense. Like I'm breaking it down to like points per quarter because it's quarters there. Like how much they're scoring and how much time's left and all that stuff. And I was like, this is fucking super easy. I just fucked myself to hit an extra 0 on a fucking. So I'm back at it again.
Right back at it again.
I was like, I'll see how much I'm going to do.
Have you built it up? Have you taken that 300 and?
I started 10. I cashed the 300 I had though because I got super pissed.
Okay.
Then I put in $10.
Got super pissed.
I did. I was like, fuck this. And I cashed out. I used that money to buy the tickets.
Word.
And then I just put $10 in, and like I'm up to like $26 right now because I bet
Starting from fucking square one.
Yeah, man. Start from zero. Start
then
from scratch.
I have a betting on the game that the betting on the Nets game. If I win, it's like $40, and so that's like negative 250. Like that's what I'm doing again. Like I'm just doing the exact same thing. And in my head, I'm thinking, like, I was super pissed. I was like, I did it once. I can do it again. Like, it's not that hard.
And you will, because that's your, you know, some people like to go outside and you know, practice throwing a ball around. You just like practicing betting.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I don't know. It's just really fun. It's like literally math. Like, it's just.
That's where you lose me. Once you say that word, I'm out.
Like.
Fuck numbers, man. There's too many of them.
I don't go, like, I want to pick upsets. I do. But if it's like a crazy upset, like, I almost picked the Spurs to beat the Pacers last. I was this close. The Spurs to beat the Pacers because how they've been running. Mm-hmm. But I don't do, like, upset bets. Like, I just don't, because it's like. And then Spurs end up winning, but I kind of figured, but I do not put myself in that position. Mm. I'm like, listen, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. Stick with it.
Gotcha.
Anyways.
Hey guys, do you like edible cookie dough? Well, we have got a treat in store for you. The Three Mics podcast is now a proud member of the Dope Spoon Lickers Club. That's DOUGHP, the #1 provider of edible cookie dough in the United States. You can use the code MIKE10, that's MIKE10, to get 10% off your entire order at checkout. So go to dope.com, DOUGHP.com, and get some dope today.
I'm just going to sit here with Baby Yoda chilling behind me.
I was going to say, you're just hanging out with Grogu.
At first, it was just because I wanted back support to not slouch.
Yeah.
But then I saw on the camera that it kind of looks awesome.
Kind of looks dope. So, yeah, those chairs aren't the best.
Well, they're comfortable.
Yeah.
But when I lounge back,
I
look so fat.
I'm with you. I'm trying so hard to sit up right now because, like, you know, I'm with you.
What you guys want to talk about?
That's me at work whenever somebody, because when I'm in my office, I'm just laid back all the way. I got a foot kicked up, and because I only need the one mouse to do 90% of my job. Then when somebody comes in, suddenly I'm like sitting up and straightening up my vest and shit.
This is a weird topic.
It's not that weird for us, honestly. This comes
Anyways,
up.
I'm sucking dick in the back for money.
This comes up every couple of months. It's not that weird. And it's fine. It gives me a chance to just sit and shut the fuck up for a little bit.
Makes you feel any better. I've also lost $3,000 in this last year paying to fix my car over and over and over again.
Oof. Yeah. Hopefully after tomorrow, the time we're recording
the car back
this.
tomorrow officially.
Not for sure, but talked to them earlier. They're waiting on a part. It's like a little $10 part, like a freeze valve or something that they think will be there in the morning, and then they just gotta finish up the work, and hopefully by this time tomorrow. But who knows?
Yeah.
I went into work on Friday because, well, last month, a week from today, like a week ago from today, that's when we knew we had the money to pay them. So that's when we were like, all right, go ahead and start the work on the car. And they were like, we should have it done by the end of the week. So I went into work on Friday thinking they were going to call me in the middle of my work day and say it's ready, but then it wasn't. And then today, all day, I'm like, shit, it's going to get ready. They're going to finish it. But no. So we'll see.
Yeah, but it's at least a body shop, though.
Yeah. I'm pretty pessimistic about people working on my car at this point.
I get that. We've all been there. We've all had that car.
Yeah.
You just currently have that car.
I remember my first car blew up on the highway I ever had.
Ooh.
I bought the car for $100.
Okay.
It lasted 8 years.
Holy shit.
Honda or Toyota?
No, Toyota Tercel. 91
Really?
Toyota Tercel.
Okay.
Blue with a black fender. A guy hit a tree with it, thought it was bad. Had a cracked thing in the crack. What was it? I replaced the fender myself.
Okay.
I never painted it. It literally was just a blue car with a black fender.
Hell yeah.
And
at least it wasn't too off-putting.
Cracked a wheel shaft. The wheel shaft in the on the left driver's side wheel.
Okay.
And I just drove it for as long as I could. And like I was on the highway, and all of a sudden it was like boom, black smoke.
Oh
yeah.
Shit.
And I was like, all right. And then like I remember my grandma picked me up, and they towed it to the junkyard. And I called him. I was like, how much are you gonna fix my car? And they was like, it's total.
It's done.
It basically cracked the engine block and it blew.
Oh, it's fucked. Yeah.
I mean, $100, 8 years.
$100. Yeah. You bought another $100 car.
But
I have a buddy who he only buys cars he can pay for with cash. He will not take out a loan or a lease or whatever. He's like, if I can't pay for it with cash, I don't. Yeah.
I'd like to get there.
Yeah.
Trust me, I would. They say as much as I. Who said it? I can't remember who said it, but basically paying for a car, like if you pay for what puts a lot of people in poverty or keeps people middle class or lower class is a car payment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a huge get back in my budget when I made that last payment. Holy shit.
And it's a valid point. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's like fucking shit. Like,
well, because then once your car is paid off, then your insurance rates go down.
well, not only that, it's just like, because it's the only thing you also own that completely depreciates in value. Like, I mean, you can't just there's
Immediately, yeah.
rarely. There's only been one time I remember, and that was when COVID happened, where used cars went through the roof.
Yeah.
That was it, because of the chip shortage. That was literally all that was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Forgot about that.
Yeah, and I was like, that's a good fucking point. So it's like, I cannot wait to get my car paid off. Like, I almost had my truck paid off, but unfortunately, I didn't fucking get rid of that.
Yeah.
Damn kid.
Damn, I was about to say, you wanted the kid.
But like, Melissa leased her car for like ever. She's leased for years. I'm like, on this now car that we have, I'm like, you're getting a fucking loan just so we can pay it off and be done.
Yeah. Because leasing will drain you dry. I have a buddy who he has leased every car, but he's also one of those guys, he gets bored with the car he has after a while.
Yeah.
So he wants to be able to just give it back and get something else.
Right.
I think the longest I saw him have a car was 5 years. And that was just because he was a really nice Jeep that he got tricked out with like a bunch of Mandalorian shit. And he was kind of like, I might just keep this and he kept it for now he has like a Corvette. But yeah, he just leases because he just gets bored with his cars. And I'm like, I don't understand. I mean, I guess if you can make it work with your budget, cool. But like, can I have your job?
That's why I say, like, in the next 6 years, like, I mean, Melissa will be fine because, like, both cars will be paid off. Her student loans will be done. Like, everything literally. And we won't have to pay for daycare anymore.
Yeah.
We'll be, like, golden.
Ooh, daycare. Yeah, child care is so expensive.
So, it's literally, that's like almost $3,000 worth of stuff right there.
Yeah.
A month.
My mom, after she and my dad got married, when she had my little brother, she quit the job she had for like fucking ever, and she just started. She's a graphic designer. She just started her own graphic design business. And keep in mind, this is like pre-social media days. Like this was on AOL internet, but just had developed leads and contacts over the years, and just started her own graphic design for hire business, and just so that way she could take care of my little brother, because we were all still in middle school. And then when my sister came along too, it's just because childcare is ridiculous. It's cheaper to become a stay-at-home parent with a profitable hobby.
Oh, like we pay $800 a month for part-time.
God,
and that's cheap for part-time.
Because you only work part-time, so you're holy shit.
Imagine having 2 kids.
No, I can't imagine having one, honestly, but Jesus. Yeah.
I'll keep pulling up.
Keep fucking pulling.
Hey, if you'd like to be an honorary Mike and be a part of the Three Mics in a whole different way, head on over to our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/the3mics. That's patreon.com/the3mics. We've got a single $5 tier that gets you access to the whole shebang. Everything that we're going to start rolling out, whether it's live streams, uncut episodes, exclusive tickets, and other stuff like that. Who the hell knows what we're going to do, but it's simple. $5 a month gets you in as an honorary Mike and hanging out with the Three Mics over on Patreon. Once again, go to patreon.com/the3mics and become an honorary Mike today. Keep fucking pulling out, or see if your job will just let you just remote in every day.
Pulling my wiener out.
Do you have a work from home option with yours, Vander? No, not at all.
I have to take care of too much of the like daily operations of the building.
Oh, okay. I got you. God, I love being able to work from home.
Fuck
Man,
you.
it would be super nice.
Which they finally, I don't know if I told you guys, they finally put it like in the official policy, like in writing, the work from home policy. It's no longer a COVID precaution anymore.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah. COVID just taught us all that it can work.
It can fucking work. Yeah. I saw a post today that was like, companies, we care about the environment, but we also want you to drive to and from a place 10 times a week because Jim really needs you to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, fuck them.
Yeah. Look, if there's one thing I've known just from the number of times I've had COVID or gone through some shit in the last year, it's I can work from home full time.
I wish I could.
I
sell drugs.
Let me rephrase that. I theoretically could. Mike Shea cannot. I am not productive when I work from home. I usually work from home at the end of the week when I have like nothing left to do. That way I can just kind of zone out and be like, if anybody needs me, ping me on Slack.
I mean, they gave me the option if I wanted to work from home as like telesales or just customer service when COVID happened. And my wife said, you would have killed yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I like 2 days a week working from home is just fine with me. More than that, and I go stir. I can't be home that much. I get stir
I'm
crazy.
a home, but maybe because I never had to, but I feel like I can just be at home all day, every day, and be fine.
It's more of I like having the option to go than it is anything else. I like being able to get out of my routine, and going into the office a few times a week gets me out of the routine. And also just, again, I get lazy when I'm at home.
Well, fucking when COVID happened, I had to go to the doctor because I couldn't sleep.
Oh, really?
And the doctor's like, she's like, listen, this is why you can't sleep. She's just like, you're not going to work because they closed their store for basically 3 months.
Yeah.
Not going to work. Gyms aren't really open. We're open for a while. But not only that, she's like, you're not doing comedy right now. You can't travel for comedy. Your body is just not. Mm-hmm. It's not like I was sleeping like 2 hours a night, or some nights I just wasn't sleeping. I wasn't wearing myself. I was just like sitting there. I'm like, all right, well, cool.
I didn't experience a lot of that because when COVID hit, because of what I was doing at the time, it didn't affect my routine at all. Because I was working in the control room and working in the evenings, and it was like, it didn't affect my going to and go from work. So COVID, I didn't get as much of the cabin fever from COVID like everybody else did, because it didn't affect my routine at all.
I always remember the one time we were walking, because me and Melissa just moved in together too. Like I just moved into her apartment, like probably like 4 months before COVID happened. Mm-hmm. And we're walking, and I was like, what did I say? She's like, this won't be too long, like maybe like a couple weeks. It's like, oh no. I was like, stuff like this, statistically, you're looking at a couple years. Yeah. And like she was just like, what? And I was like, no, when there's like a pandemic, it's usually like a couple years, just from a science perspective and history perspective. Like you deal with this for really long. And she's like, and like the mental like breakdown on her face, she's like, she finally understood, because she was under the impression that like, we just, 10 feet apart, mask up for like a month, it goes away type thing. And I was like, no, you're going to be
doing what they told us at first.
Yeah. But then nobody wanted to do it.
Like 2 weeks, we'll, whatever they said, break
well,
the
it's the whole, like,
whatever.
it's kind of like how FDR lied about, the Great Depression, about the stock market, to get it back up and running, saying the economy was good, because if he didn't, it would have really, it was shit, but it would never probably recovered.
Yeah.
You have to tell a lie, because because people still didn't. People didn't go out, and it probably saved a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
You got to tell a little white lie to.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's for the greater good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why, like, one of the mistakes Trump made was he downplayed it too hard. Because he had that thing where he was like caught on the mic or whatever saying like, yeah, no, I'm downplaying it so people don't panic. It's like, yeah, but there's downplaying it, and then they're saying it's not a problem at all.
Yeah.
Which there's downplaying as being like, hey guys, like, yeah, like the numbers are going up, but we can handle it. We just need to keep doing this. that keeps people calm, but lets them know there is a reason to give a shit. Telling everybody, fuck it.
Not worry about.
Don't worry about it.
No, I remember that.
Yeah. But yeah, that was why it got so out of hand here, was just because, everybody was told, hey, just do these 2 things. Stay inside, and if you have to be around people, wear a mask. And we should be fine if you just do that. And everyone was like, that's 2 whole things I have to do.
And they had to shut down the states at some point. That's what it boiled down to, shutting down the state.
Well, once Waffle House was closed, that should have been the clue to everybody, like, oh, this is serious.
I remember it was beginning of March. I turned to my boss. I was like, oh, by the way, we're probably going to... My boss was thinking oh, we're not going to shut down the store. I was like, give it a couple weeks. Yeah. And then it went from hey, okay. I was off the day. Calls me and saying, hey, we're not going to come in. We're closed for the weekend. Not coming in. I was like, and I laughed because I told you. Mm-hmm. And then and then I was like, he's like, call you on Monday. Calls me on Sunday. We're not opening for another week.
Yep.
And then after that, we're not opening up for another 3 weeks. And they just stopped calling. He stopped saying anything to us at that point until it was we're opening again.
I remember when we got the until further notice email of just until further notice. We learned how to do the news from people's homes real fucking fast.
That's crazy. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
I worked in a drug rehab. Addicts were still getting high. So
I was going to say, what was that like for you? Yeah.
Nothing changed.
Nothing at all. Just you had to wear a mask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I never had to work from home. I went to the office every day. Mm-hmm. I could not.
You and me were 2 of the only people on the roads at that time, man.
Nothing's more resilient than a drug addict trying to score during COVID times.
Amen.
I'll tell you what, nothing.
That's the American fucking resolution. That's American pride.
Nothing hit me quite as hard in the face, metaphorically speaking, as the first time I drove by the Dayton Mall to go to work during COVID and just seeing
nothing. Yeah, I remember the first time yeah.
Or when I think it was right around that same time was when the video got posted to YouTube, the drone footage of Walt Disney World.
Oh yeah,
completely empty for the first time in ever since it opened, I think. And it was just it was like some shit out of a horror movie. It's this is some fucking ghost town footage right here.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's fucked, man.
I went through all my sexual positions in 2 weeks. At some point, I was like, dude, I turned to my wife. Well, she's my girlfriend. I was like, I don't know what the fuck we're going to do. Sorry, your pussy's getting tired at this point.
Were you guys were already engaged at that point?
No, we weren't. Not yet.
You weren't engaged before COVID? Are you sure?
I can't remember. Dude, that entire fucking thing's a blur.
Yeah.
No, I was engaged before COVID. Yeah, okay. I was.
Because you got married during COVID.
Yeah, I got married and bought a house 2020.
Yeah.
A couple months after Lori and I got married.
Yeah.
It was fucking weird.
I remember because 2020 was going to be I had shows booked. I was going to do shit in 2020. Nope.
I have 40 shows between March and April booked. That was kind of I was phasing myself out of doing work because I just dropped down to 3 days at work.
Fuck.
If you think about it, it was about this time 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was right at the beginning of March.
March 15th was my birthday.
March 15th? Oh, it was your birthday.
That's
Holy
the day that
shit.
news came on and said shit was shutting down at 9 p.m. I went to see, Lori got me tickets to see Tony Baker at the Funny Bone down in Liberty that night for my birthday. And yeah, we got there. At the end of the show, they came on the PA. They were like, "You all need to be out of here in 5 minutes, no exceptions."
Get the fuck out.
It's a 7:15 show, so it wrapped up around 8:45. They're like, "You guys need to get the hell out of here right now."
Holy shit. So
Tony Banker was up there like, normally I'd shake your hands. I'd fucking give you all hugs, daps. Hell, we'd smash Raw, but not today.
Who was it, Tony Baker?
Yeah.
Damn.
He's an LA guy. He's one of my favorites of all time. One of the reasons I got into comedy.
I saw him somewhere. I know I saw him. It was at a club. I just don't remember which club in which city.
He usually tours the Funny Bones. At least in this region. He does like, he's like helium and...
I feel like I saw him at the Comedy House down in South Carolina.
Could be.
Maybe.
Could be.
I know I saw him somewhere with a red curtain. Anyway, he's funny. He's real funny.
I love Tony Baker.
Yeah, I was because I was working at a news station, so like I was seeing all the news reports for the weeks leading up to it about everywhere else in the world, and then when the cruise ship hit the harbor, and once the cruise ship was in the harbor, I was like, oh, we're so fucked. But I remember I was still doing trivia. I was running trivia up at the B-Dubs up in Hilliard, and I remember for a company run out of Florida, I was having to call her, my boss, and be like, hey, they're shutting down the state. Like, the governor's on the news right now, shutting everything down. And she was like, well, we haven't gotten reports from Buffalo Wild Wings yet, so as far as we know, the trivia is still on Monday. I was like, no, you're not hearing me. I'm watching the governor declare a state of emergency. Like, I held the phone up to the speaker. I was like, here's Governor DeWine right here.
State of emergency for these fucking sauces. Come down the fucking Buffalo Wild Wings and say racist shit to the waitress that's not gonna fucking sleep with you because you didn't get your habanero fucking dipped in her vagina. What? Come down to Buffalo Wild Wings and relive the fact that you sprained your ACL in high school and that's why you didn't make it. Come down to Buffalo Wild Wings.
We was going to win state.
Come down to Buffalo Wild Wings because you think a Mexican took your job.
They did take my job, God damn it.
Come down to Buffalo Wild Wings because you don't see your children.
I'm not saying I hate the blacks. I'm just saying I like the whites.